What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to Word of Mouth. My name is PJ, and today I have a different type of video for you. It's the first chance that you're going to be able to see the Word of Mouth podcast on YouTube. The podcast is just a different way, a different platform for me to reach out and let all you guys know, guys and women know about Black-owned businesses. And this episode is going to be very informative. We touch on a lot of key topics, so make sure you watch until the end. And also comment below and let me know if you like this type of video, and also if you like learning about the business. Well, I'm not going to hold y'all up too much longer. Let's just hop right into the interview.
Start with the vision, then make a killing. You gon' make you a million, they gon' make you a villain.
Welcome to the Word of Mouth podcast, where we're bringing you successful Black small business owners around the U.S. and eventually the world to share their stories. And today we have a special episode because we're going to be discussing how Black business owners can get funded, which is important because we need more businesses. And a major factor that comes with that is business funding. Today, I'll be interviewing Cherie Ward and Tawana Rivers of the 10K Project, a new crowdfunding platform that will allow everyday individuals to invest in a Black-owned business for as little as $100. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks, Philip.
Thank you for having us.
No problem. So I looked on your website and I saw that you have a lot of people that have a lot of experience in various aspects of business and like business functionality. So how did you like put this super team together?
So I'll start with that. So a couple of years ago, the co-founders and I got together in order to start another group around technology. And we had been meeting for 2 years on a weekly basis. We, started businesses together, and we had a great team. And during those 2 years, I was saying to our entire community, which has about 150 people in it, I was saying, if 10,000 of us got together, we put in $100 each, that's $1 million. We could start funding our own businesses.
Yeah.
And after about the 50th time that I said that, in a meeting, Tawana says, well, when are you going to do something with that idea? And I said, there's no way I could do it by myself. And the other co-founders said, you know what, we got you. We've been working together for a long time. Let's do this. So we came together, we put our resources together. We reached out to other people in the community that could help us with marketing and publicity and technology and operations, legal, all of that. And, that's how we pulled together this team. Everyone was on board. We just said, a few sentences and people got it. And they also have a love for the community and a love for building Black wealth. And that is what we're all about.
Okay. Cool. So you would say that you're very involved in the Black community, and is that what kind of sparked the idea as far as your observation of lack of business funding?
No, actually, I have a background as a business plan writer. I was a business plan writer for a decade, and I worked with every ethnicity of entrepreneur, every type of business from technology to restaurants and everything in between. And what I began to notice in that time was whenever someone came to me and they said, I need a business plan because I want to raise money, I would always ask, well, once we write this business plan, who are you going to present it to? And people from other ethnicities would usually say, I've got an uncle, I've got an aunt, I've got a frat brother, I know this venture capitalist over here. People in our community would usually say, I don't have anybody. Or I'm going to some massive major bank to ask for $25,000. And, massive banks like that don't really like to fund small amounts. So, and I began to notice the disconnect, and that really was what fueled this whole thing, because there were people that I saw, they had a lot of hustle, a lot, they grinded, they tried. It wasn't lack of hard work. It wasn't lack of a great innovative idea either. so it would have some of the best ideas, but they just couldn't put the funding together in order to really make things go. And we
Yeah.
continuously hear about lack of capital being the number one issue within Black businesses. And, I really just wanted to help in terms of that. I feel like that's my little piece of
Mm.
helping the Black community and helping build Black legacy. So.
Yeah, that's so true. I was telling Tawana that, I had seen a tweet the other day where there's this young lady talking about how she had went and got like well, she was trying to get a loan for her house, and the loan officer asked her like, "Oh, you don't have anybody that can just gift you, X amount of money for the
Yes.
loan or whatever." And
Yes.
not that common in our community for that to happen. So, yeah, I
Right.
definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, we have to be each other's aunties and uncles.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. So Tawana brings up a good point, is how can we do that in a way that is affordable for the everyday person? And when we all got together, the five of us got together and we sat down and we talked about it, we asked, how could we do something like this? And the Jobs Act of 2012 allows for that. So it allows us, so signed by President Obama, the legislation took until 2016 to get ironed out, but it allowed us to create something called an equity crowdfunding platform. Now, what is crowdfunding? It's very simple. It's a lot of people getting together, putting in small amounts of money. So I always talk about the Black Baptist Church. If anyone was raised in the church, building fund is like the big thing. So pastor gets up, says, hey, we need a new roof. We need $10,000, special offering plate. The members put in their little, little bits of money,
Yeah.
and then the roof is paid for. Well, this is the same thing, except instead of you just gifting money to a business, you get equity or ownership of those businesses that you're putting money into. And you can do it in a way that's affordable. It's $100. So other crowdfunding platforms out there will say, the entrepreneurs will say, you have to put in $1,000 or $700 or even $500 to be a part of this capital raise.
Mm-hmm.
We've decided for our community, we want to make it affordable for as many people as possible. So with us, it's $100 is the minimum for every entrepreneur on our platform. Every investor on our platform to put into a business. That doesn't mean you can't put in more, because we do have people ask us that. You can put in more, but the minimum for every company that you're interested in investing in is $100.
Okay. Great. Now, that was a great explanation. That was kind of what we was about to go into, is what exactly is the 10K project. So that's perfect. What types of businesses will be funded?
Tawana, you want to take that?
Absolutely. So we're looking at innovative companies, and innovation does not just mean technology, right? Innovation occurs in every industry. And so we actually talked in a focus group about this, and we agreed nothing's off the table, right? There are businesses that touch on everything you can imagine, and we are willing to accept them in our community. And so, there'll be food products, there'll be healthcare innovations, there'll be, IT innovations, and everything in between.
Yeah.
The key is that entrepreneurs come with solid business plans and solid financials and solid goals, because this is an investment portal, right? And so while the ultimate goal is to build the community, we also have a responsibility to the investors that come to the platform to make sure that these companies are viable and can scale and can ultimately be profitable. So we're not making guarantees, right?
Yeah.
We can't promise a certain return on investment. But what we can do is we can ensure that if they're solid on the front end, the chances that they can scale and continue to be solid increase, right?
Yeah.
And so that's we want to do that for the investors. For the entrepreneurs in this, they walk away with the funding that they need, but the investor walks away with a small piece of ownership in this company. And if they continue to do that, right, company after company, whatever their budget will allow, then they can grow their portfolio. Because what I know to be true is ownership is a big part of closing that wealth gap, right?
Yeah.
And leaving the legacy for the generations that come after us. You know, we know that that's how others have gained their wealth over and over and over again, is because someone left them something that was valued at something.
Yeah, for sure. And I just want to clarify a little bit for some of the listeners who might not understand, equity and things like that. So basically, you have a company, let's say Uber, for example, before.
Start with the vision, then make a killing. You gon' make you $1 million, they gon' make you a villain.